Right to our top story. Federal investigators say Thomas Robertson violated the terms of his pretrial release when they found weapons and ammo in his home last week.
This morning's story comes from Roanoke.com. A former Rocky Mount police officer charged in the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol is disputing allegations that he possessed guns while awaiting trial and made statements that show his sincere commitment to violence. Thomas Robertson's attorney filed a motion Sunday that opposed a request by prosecutors to revoke bond for the 47-year-old military veteran.
Well, the court ordered Robertson not to possess any firearms, destructive devices, or other weapons. But prosecutors say that he broke those conditions and should be back in custody before his trial. But now Robertson's defense says they don't believe his actions violated the court order. A sticking point in Robertson's defense is that he was not in possession of firearms. He had just ordered them, and that ordering guns does not equate to possession. Adding that although the guns do not meet the definition of antique guns, they are nearly all over 50 years old from the World War II era. Reading the government's motion, one would think that he is developing an arsenal when that is not true. Mr. Robertson was an antique gun lover, served his country honorably, and the guns he allegedly purchased but did not possess were antique guns from the World War II era.
Robertson is accused of making the following statements. I've said before, they are trying to teach us a lesson. They have, but it's definitely not the intended lesson. I have learned that if you peacefully protest, then you will be arrested, fired, be put on a no-fly list, have your name smeared and address released by the FBI so every loon in the U.S. can send you hate mail. I have learned very well that if you dip your toe into the Rubicon, cross it hard and violent and play for all the marbles.
The motion to detain Robertson details what prosecutors call extreme rhetoric advocating for violence online. But the defense says the issue at hand is whether or not Robertson violated the conditions of his release, and his comments online are irrelevant. The defense says Robertson is not a member of any organization like the Proud Boys.
Not long after Robertson's initial appearance in the federal charges, the FBI and other law enforcement agencies began to suspect that he was ordering firearms online. The motion to revoke his bond cites an arsenal of 34 guns that were ordered since January 6th. According to the motion, Robertson paid $3,600 for what was falsely described as wedding photos. Records from an online gun dealer show that other orders he placed amounted to more than $12,000.
In a court document submitted Sunday, Thomas Robertson's attorney defended his client after the FBI found a loaded M4 rifle, a partially assembled pipe bomb, and ammunition while searching his Ferrum home on June 29th. Robertson says the rifle belonged to his son, a licensed gun owner who was just honorably discharged from the Army and was visiting that day. Robertson was also a law enforcement safety instructor and says the pipe bomb was not active and was a prop used for training purposes. Also adding that the pipe and the gunpowder were present when authorities first searched his home on January 19th. Prosecutors say Robertson ordered guns online and has 34 firearms waiting for him to pick up at a local gun shop. The defense says this all could have been avoided if the original court order specifically stated that Robertson may not personally order, touch, ship, or transport firearms. The defense is asking the court to dismiss the motion. Now, there was a lot of other information in the document about Robertson's military past, training, and service to the country, and we have that posted on our website, WSLS.com.
Robertson is one of more than 300 people nationwide, including 3 others from Western Virginia, who have been charged with storming a special session of Congress that was being held to certify the results of an election that Donald Trump lost to now President Joe Biden. All right, guys, so there you go. These people that went to the Capitol in January of this year, the FBI, the ATF, local law enforcement, they're all going after these people. Maybe they were peacefully protesting. Everybody says, well, they were peacefully protesting. They had a right to go into the Capitol. But if you go back and watch the original videos captured of them going into the Capitol building, they were breaking windows. They were climbing through broken windows. That's not peaceful protest. They were beating D.C. police, with weapons. That's not peaceful protest. Okay, peaceful protest would be standing outside the Capitol. Even if they allowed them to go in, you walk through the door peacefully and you protest in the public lobby or the public areas. They were breaking windows and climbing through broken windows. Come on. What's peaceful about that? But now the FBI is going after all of these people. This guy here was a former police officer in Rocky Mount and says that the M4 carbine they found belonged to his son, who was just recently discharged from the U.S. Army. I don't know, how do you explain the $12,000 and $3,600 in, online gun ordering? They say he never collected. Does that make a difference? Now, he ordered them, but if he never collected them, then he never possessed them. Is that correct? I don't know. See what you guys say. It looks like everybody who went into that Capitol building is probably at one point or another going to get caught if you were on that camera, the security cameras. And what gets me is some people were like posing and taking pictures. We're in the Capitol building. Why don't you just walk down to the local police station and turn yourself in? I'm done. What do you guys think? Hey, it's Happy Hump Day. Got some more coming for you this week. Don't tune away. You're going to miss some great editorials.